From William Rowland Stadium, Thousand Oaks, California, we welcome you to MLS Next Pro on the campus of California Lutheran University. Warm day here in SoCal as we ready for Ventura County FC matching up with Portland Timbers 2 in the Western Conference. Match week 25 and a good one at that. Two teams near the top of the table meeting for the third and final time this season after a pair of ties earlier in the year. 0-0 and 3-3. What will today hold? We'll find out shortly. Here's a look at the standings. Timbers 2 is in the 3 spot, 48 points. They have been playing quite well as of late. 7 unbeaten, 5-0-2 in the last 7. Meanwhile, Ventura County, 41 points, currently level on points with LAFC 2. They're crosstown rivals in the area. They're in 4th position, 8 points clear of the final playoff position. There's some action underway at the moment that will update you on throughout the night, featuring Austin FC2 at the top. At Ventura County, unbeaten in 8 of the last 9. Timbers, unbeaten in 7 straight, so something has to give. Let's go to the starting 11. First for Matt Taylor's home side, VCFC 4-2-3-1. In front of the goalkeeper, Conlon, Garcia and Arnold in the defensive midfield. They can certainly contribute. Preston has really been strong as of late. He'll start on the left side, left of Muller, and drawing the start here as well up front, Jeremy Jay-Z, just his 4th start. Mason Vanny was with the first team yesterday in Montreal. He's back available off the bench, so that's one notable change, and Placius is up front for Matt Taylor's crew as they look to pick up win number 12 of the season, again after 2 draws between these two sides earlier in the year. Meanwhile, for Portland Timbers 2, their head coach Jack Cassidy is back for his 2nd consecutive match after serving a long stint with the first team. In front of their goalkeeper, Samuel Joseph, 13 combined clean sheets for Timbers 2 this year. That is atop the league, and it is also an MLS Next Pro record for one season. And there are still 5 matches left for Timbers 2 to continue to build on that. Cervantes up front with Griffith and Barjolo, both really strong performances last week. As a whole, T2 3-0 on the road winners at North Texas. And you have to, of course, look for Eric Azoita, featured across the league, actually, across MLS Next Pro. And we'll see a special feature on Eric coming up at halftime. Delighted you are with us. Just about set for the opening touch here. It will be VCFC in the dark kits and Portland Timbers 2 in the white kits with the green shorts and the green numbers. Warm day earlier, heat advisory. And, of course, here as we start to get this one underway, we'll get cooler. Portland and Ventura County underway at MLS Next Pro. Thanks for joining us. My name's Drew Casey. The rest of our fantastic team is alongside. So a lot can happen in the league table. T2 can move into solo 2nd, where they were entering the weekend. Dynamo Dos now even on points at 48. And Ventura County can improve its standing up to 4th position. Maintain 4th position, I should say. Go solo into 4th. A nice crowd in attendance, getting everybody upped and involved early on. In pregame festivities throughout the stadium with some giveaways and the like. Throw in here for Bryce Van Voorhis for T2. Mueller, Lund, Bamford, and Van Voorhis across in front of Sam Joseph with Izoita, Fernandez, Kim, and Enriquez in the midfield. Colin Griffith, Benjamin Barjolo, and Daniel Cervantes is the striker up front for Jack Cassidy's crew. A T2 team that it's a fact based on the numbers. They don't score a ton, but they don't concede very much at all. 7th fewest goals in Next Pro this year, 30 clubs in 2026. This is out over the near touchline. But they've conceded, the club, the 3rd fewest. 24 goals conceded. And here tonight, match 24. So that's pretty easy math. If they can throw another clean sheet up there, it'll be 1 goal conceded per night on an exact average. And a team that last week, with its result at North Texas, clinched its first ever postseason berth in MLS Next Pro competition. This is year 5 for T2. And they got the job done, and they're headed to the postseason. Where will they be? And pick your opponent playoff system. You just have to wait and see. Over the top, and VCFC looking to go direct, and nearly pays off. Samuel Joseph has to clear it centrally. Going right back to the well very quickly, looking for Mueller. But out here goes T2. A whistle was wanted on the near side by Delgado, who is making the run. Here's Fernandez Kim, slots in looking for Barjolo, and it's out over the end line. And it's the 3rd minute, and it is scoreless here. Let's give you a reset of VCFC in front of the goalkeeper Conlon, who will restart here in a moment. Delgado, Enrique Martinez, McLean, and Hernandez are the back line, left to right, near to far as you watch in the attacking direction for the home side. Vinny Garcia, Gabby Arnold in the defensive midfield. Preston Buller and Jay-Z left to right. And then Julian Glacius is up front in 4-2-3-1 for Matt Taylor's crew as submitted. Timbers 2 side that has done it with defense with all those clean sheets. This should elicit a whistle, and it does. Free kick coming, and I think VCFC is asking, is there a yellow card? And the question might be better phrased, why is there not a yellow card? Bang, bang tackle. It will be kept in the pocket here at the start. Gabby Arnold will have this set piece here in the 4th minute. Did score last week against Houston in that 2-0 win. Very impressive victory. Each club an impressive victory in the state of Texas. Nothing doing there. Early set piece opportunity. We will soon be the only game in town in MLS Next Pro. Plenty of action throughout the weekend. Also have a match coming up tomorrow. Of course, check the scores and much more coming up at the break. We'll keep you abreast throughout the evening as well, especially with a couple of Western Conference tilts nearing their conclusion. Austin has just taken a 1-0 lead on San Jose down in Texas, as we've been speaking about. And Colorado up 3-0 on Real Monarchs. Both of those matches into the 70s in minutes. Of course, we're just underway here in the 5th. Coming off the line is Conlon. He has been sensational for VCFC this year. Matt Taylor, I asked him about his goalkeeper and what he's meant to the club. His first words were, oh, he's a monster. Incredible, so good for us. Maybe a little bit of an adjustment period towards the beginning of the season, but that's typical, especially when coming to a new club. Just brings so much confidence and bravery and stability back there for VCFC. Of course, so lucky to have in between the sticks, wearing that bright yellow here, only fitting for the home pitch here at Cal Lu. Great ball over the top. There goes Delgado, cross through, sent wide. Glacius, great opportunity. Developed very, very quickly. A great long ball that nearly results in the opening goal. I think Glacius' left foot kind of got tangled and stuck. Didn't get a clean plant. Lund was racing back for T2. And fortunate to keep it 0-0 in the opening moments. Not many more opportunities here at home for VCFC. A whistle sounds foul in the midfield. Just one home match will remain after tonight. So 4 of the final 5 will be on the road. Ventura County is 8-2-2 at home. Just 3-4-3 on the road. And that's in direct contrast to last year, where this VCFC side had reverse splits home and away. Last year, only 4-7-3 at home, compared to 7-4-3. Jumbled the numbers on the road, and looks more traditional this year. And of course, think about the table. Ventura County in 4th. This matchup here tonight could play a huge role in determining if one of these sides could be in line for multiple home matches in the postseason as a top 2 seed. Of course, you have to win the opener in the conference quarterfinals to reach the conference semis, and it is pick your opponent. They have some more control than usual. Right-footed cross, that's blocked. Coming in from Jay-Z. Again, just his 4th start. Mason Vanny is not in the starting lineup. Vanny was with the first team last night on the road. The Galaxy were at Montreal. Signed to a short-term agreement, 2nd time in his career. Also, Brett Fan was signed to a short-term agreement for last night's match. Neither appeared. It was the 3rd time in Fan's career. He's also available off the bench here tonight for VCFC. And another regular, Troy Elgersma. Hold that thought for a moment. Palacios is free, but his offside flag, that is up. Actually, Delgado had broken free. They'll bring it back on advantage. And it will be a set-piece opportunity for Ventura County. As a VCFC chance starts this one. No confusion with that, but Ventura County will certainly take the set-piece opportunity. It'll be Gabby Arnold. He scored last week against Dynamo Dos. T2 wall that is going to be 2 men. Seemingly everybody else aligned across the top of the 18-yard box. No hesitation for Arnold. Got a piece of the wall. Or so it seemed. It's just straight launched. Just with the trajectory. Thought it caught a shoulder, but no way. They'll say it was just straight high, so mishit. On this nice night here in Thousand Oaks, California. Picturesque, of course. You can see in the distance. Hard to beat it. Here in Southern California. Really warm temperatures throughout the day. Out over the far touchline, going the other way. That 3rd member, by the way, for VCFC, who's typically within the lineup, typically a starter, who was with the first team last night, Troy Elgersma. He's technically on a first-team contract, but he's played in 12, started in 12 for VCFC. So really, you think about 3 starters there between Fan, Vanny, and Elgersma, who were in Montreal yesterday. 2 of the 3 are available off the bench today. But that is a certain change for Ventura County. It's part of MLS Next Pro when you're an affiliated club, like most are, like these 2 teams certainly are. And it's a club that's been so consistent. That's a word that every coach in this league, I could look through my notes, and every coach has said that to me over the years. Individual consistency, team consistency. And I'll be honest, I think Matt Taylor, when we spoke earlier this week, used that word in the most positive way I've heard in the history of this league in my time following it. Good challenge there, approaching the top of the box for T2. But just a team that is able to use the next man up, the group up mentality. Because, of course, when individuals move to the first team, that's the goal of any Next Pro affiliated club. How slow to get up here is Van Voorhis, and very slow, actually. And he's reaching for the lower body. I hope it's just a cramp of some kind. He's going to
Ventura County, let's make some noise!
Right back. Spot and drop back in. And play does continue quite quickly with Arnold sending towards the corner flag. It's kept in and a chip back and sent out of the way. But back to the point I was making about just the stick-to-itiveness, the next man up, dealing with adversity. That's the mindset. No real talk about standings or anything like that. Part of the development process that's so critical within the Galaxy organization is just that. How do we adjust when things change on the fly, which, again, is part of the DNA of MLS Next Pro. What makes it so great, academy players up, second team, rather Next Pro contracted players with. And then, of course, senior members of the organization seeing minutes and things of the like. Big picture view. Again, that next man up, that can often be cliche in sports, but how does players going up affect the group? And how do you react when maybe you're up for a game or two and come on back? They've cracked the code here at Ventura County. A sensational run of form, unbeaten 8 of 9 winners in 4 straight. But up against arguably as hot of a team, if not hotter, in Timbers 2. On paper, entering the weekend, probably the most intriguing matchup across the league. Fortunate to have it here tonight between these two, again, red-hot sides. Could make the argument that Austin FC 2 is red-hot, but they've been red-hot all year, and they've dropped a couple of points recently, and that's been so rare for Jason Shackle's crew. But they're at it again tonight. Second half lead over Earthquakes 2. Currently Quakes 2 at the 8th spot. Top 8 make the playoffs, both West and East. And then it goes round by round with pick your opponent for the better seeded team along the way. You'd love to be in a situation as ideally a 1 or a 2 seed, because with a win in the first round, you set yourself up for another home matchup in round 2. But if you're top 2, at the very least, you get to choose your opponent. Top 3, you get some say as well, but if you're 4th, you just get who's left. Unique format. Adds to the development process, and he's been around for a number of years now. There's a foul here in the midfield. Haven't had very many whistles. Nice flow. Michael Almeida's our referee. Braxton Williams and James Ewer, the assistant referees, and Stephen Cardozo is the 4th official here in Thousand Oaks tonight. I'm Drew Casey, the rest of our team. Thanks for joining us on OneFootball and MLSNextPro.com. Two shots officially up on the board for VCFC. Looking for another. Slotted for Glacius. Does have 9 goals to lead the team. And one thing, too, the benefit of VCFC is they have a match at hand, meaning they have 1 additional to play compared to most in the standings. So if they want to jump from where they are, they have that extra 3-point opportunity. Whereas right now, though, they are 6 points in the live table, 7 in the table entering for moving from 4th to 3rd. I would love to have some more separation. It does get tight. The club is still 8 points clear of the outside looking in. T2's already clinched. Big moment for the club last week went with the 3-0 win at North Texas. Asked Jack Cassidy about it. Of course, he has not been around for the entirety of the history of T2, his first season as the head coach here at Next Pro. But of course, means a lot to the group. Everyone's so delighted. You want the development aspect always to be the #1 priority. But part of that development process is you need to learn how to win. And Coach Cassidy sharing that, because whenever you're on a first team at a senior level, whether that be here, there, anywhere, the manager puts you in, you need to be able to win at the first team level. And a huge part of development doesn't just happen out of nowhere. It's kind of fascinating to see the take on playoff races and tables around the league. It's slightly different around. Some places it will only be the individual aspect, the team development aspect, and you might not ever look at a table. Everyone knows where you are, but might not talk about it rather vocally as a coaching staff. Whistle and a foul. VCFC is brought to you by McDonald's West Coast, owned by the largest Mexican-American-owned franchisee, the McMarrow Family Restaurants Group. With over 48 locations in Southern California, McDonald's West Coast is a proud Jersey sponsor and partner, bringing local communities together. '18th minute, scoreless here. Two of the top four teams in the Western Conference going toe-to-toe. The top team in the West, Austin, is up on San Jose 1-0 in the 87th minute, so about to go final. One way or the other full time. We'll see. We'll keep it posted. And Colorado, in a tough year for Rapids too, and Eric Boucher, but in line for what could be win number 3 of the season. And should get it. They're up 3-0 in the 84th minute. Over the top, driven diagonal ball. It sends Preston out wide. Eric Preston for the home side. Baiting his time and waiting. Looking for the combination, but the through from Delgado was intercepted. Now T2 going a little transition. Barjolo up ahead. Really sensational first half a week ago. Gets the overlap from his striker. Shots blocked. Barjolo looking to get it back again. Had Cervantes coming, but that was the right take. One of the better performances offensively, maybe the best of the season for T2 against North Texas. Coach Cassidy very pleased with the effort and what they were able to do. Not just the actual score line, but the advanced metrics, XG reflecting. And the XG reflection, one of the best of the season for and against. So that'll make a coach doubly happy, especially when it shows on the field with a 3-goal win. Just his second game back after handling the head coaching duties with Portland in MLS, first team. Interim head coach where he was sensational. Flag here. This is going to be our first card, I would think. And indeed. Tough challenge. Vlasius will pop back up. He looks to be okay. But a yellow card. First one comes here in the 20th minute, just seconds ago. It looked like it was Mueller. It was actually Lund. Lund picks up the yellow. Been such an asset for this Timbers 2 side. All but 27 minutes he has played in this 2026 season. 24 appearances and starts. It's his 4th yellow card of the season. What a great partnership he has had with Alex Bamford, who has been near iron as well. T2, not much of the offensive side just yet. Azoita's cross nearly gets all the way through to Cervantes. He can really create for this club. And if you stay with us at halftime, league-wide feature this week on Eric on his MLS debut. Earlier this season, he was brought up. He's currently on a Next Pro contract through the end of the season. He'll join the first team as a homegrown next year. Under contract through the 27-28 year. Again, of course, with the calendar changing. And options for the 2 seasons after that, 28-29 and 29-30. He was also last week's man of the match. goal and an assist. Third time he's had 2 goal contributions. New contribution brace, if you will, on the season. It's 2 in 3 weeks, actually. 2 goals against Minnesota, the Twosies, back on July 31st. So Izoita just a huge piece. His brother Jacob not on the active 20 here today. And Portland dressing 18, so 7 off the bench. Ventura County has 8, so they're going with 19. We'll see fluctuation a little bit here in Next Pro, anywhere between typically 17 and 20. 17 usually at bare minimum. Of course, the 5 subs. Sometimes you get a concussion sub in there, and it ends up as 6. That last reach from Izoita, really the only, wouldn't even call it a half chance, quarter chance of consequence for T2. This will be a foul as Preston trying to take and go the other way. Developed into a very strong player in the Galaxy umbrella. Grown up a lot this year, according to his head coach. Appearances with the club a season ago, looking for growth. He's done that. Joined the club about a year and a half ago, not coming from an academy. So that's another adjustment too, both of course on the field, but a little bit off the field too. Moving away from home. A personal life thing. In addition to on the field play and development. Last 2 months has really taken off. That's Preston for VCFC. A small threat of a set piece for T2 here. Haven't had much. I don't suspect they'll give this one a go. Scoreless in the 25th here in Thousand Oaks. First ball headed down. And a lot of numbers were ahead for T2. Good transition movement. Preston slowed down, still able to get it ahead in between the feet of Plasius. But then commits the foul. That was creative. Gave it a go as he looks at the elbow. But couldn't quite get all the steps of the car wash. But you can certainly see the talents up front. The VCFC, Plasius. Pressure here from Muller, 25-year-old from Germany. Prior time in Next Pro with the other LA club, LAFC. Had a nice year as well so far. 41 points. Fabian Sandoval doing a nice job there. Could be setting up potentially for a first round playoff meeting in the West. That'll be good for travel. Get a 4th edition of the rivalry in MLS Next Pro between LAFC 2 and VCFC, perhaps. There's quite the race on, especially for the 7th and 8th playoff positions. Right now, there are 4 teams within 2 points fighting for that final 2 positions, and then it's really tight. 4, 5, and 6. 2 and 3. Austin is just well in front. They're in the 5th minute of stoppage time and still leading the Quakes 2 1-0. Colorado's gone to stoppage time as well, still up. It's now 3-1. Monarchs has taken one back just moments ago. Pretty quiet first half. 2 teams that start at the back, so no surprise, and both playing exceptionally well. Know that it will have to continue if they would like another result here tonight. Just 3 total shots, 2-1 VCFC. None on target. One launched 10, 15, 20 feet high on a long set piece. One shot was blocked from T2, so really only one offering. It was a long ball over the top that VCFC was able to run into. And again, sent well wide. Crafty chip up ahead there by Preston. He's looking for the return feed. Arnold will work through the switch for McLean. And Hernandez, who's got the captain's armband, you can see it across the way in gold. And blends in with the colors of Cal Lutheran, where we are, the campus, William Rollins Stadium in Thousand Oaks, California. Really strong soccer club at the D3 level. Cal Lu, AK nationally, won a national championship in men's volleyball a couple years back. Fernandez Kim. Another part of the strong performance offensively for T2 a week ago at North Texas. Touch for Lund, who's on the yellow card. Long ball, looking for a connection in Barjolo, but nothing there. VCFC is powered by Ventura County Credit Union. Ventura County's trusted member-owned financial partner, empowering over 80,000 locals with smarter banking and community-first service since 1950, bringing VCFC to all local communities as their official credit union partner and jersey sponsor. Nearly a full half hour complete. Looking for our first full chance opportunity. Might be here. There's some real estate available for Preston. Eric Preston debating. Is it knocked away? Good help provided in deep. Barjolo stopping what could have been a pretty good looking chance for Ventura County, but nothing to say for. And asking both managers about their focal points for this one. VCFC was more general and perhaps maybe not as opponent specific, as is the case sometimes. I think to just fight against complacency, Matt Taylor said. Squad that's unbeaten in 8 of 9, won 4 in a row. At home, where they've played quite well. T2, it's always about the defense. It's always about those clean sheets, even though they erupted for 3 last week on the road at Mansfield Stadium. But looking on the Portland side to manage the large volume of rotations that VCFC will run through. We've seen a little bit of that. A lot of Palacios up top, but you've got Bullard, you've got Jay-Z, Garcia, and Arnold can join the fray. Delgado has been involved a few times centrally up top. Conlon confident with the feet there. And a match where both managers also seem to indicate that we need to take advantage of the chances we have. And first 32 minutes would certainly suggest that, even though it was a 3-3 decision last time back on May the 10th at Providence Park. Before that, the other meeting, it was 0-0. VCFC winning the shootout in both of those draws, by the way, so 4 of a possible 6 points for Ventura County, just the 2 for Portland. Some finals, Austin 1 and San Jose 0. So Austin FC 2 to 56 points. Colorado over Real Monarchs 4-1 the final. Nice win there for Eric Boucher's crew. They get win number 3 of the season. Towing the near side, Van Voorhis. Here's some space. Preston gets it back after the cross was deflected by Lund, and this one sent right back by Lund again. Looked like a decent lane for Preston, but nothing comes of it as a result of the 2 blocks from Lund. What likely will go down as a pair of crosses. Certainly the first one was a cross. Maybe trying to get cheeky with a second opportunity. VCFC with a little more pace here after the last chance. Delgado's ball through, one hopper, and Lund sends it away. And it will be a corner kick. Second corner of the opening half for VCFC. Comes here in the 35th minute. We're going to break the early deadlock. And a clearance to midfield. Nothing doing on the chance. Is there a goal before we hit the break? The clean sheet machine, Timbers 2, has kept it clean here through 35 minutes. Going again over the top. Trickling and out for what should be a goal kick. There was actually a touch there last by T2. The way that was played, did not seem that was the case. So VCFC will get another corner. Muller had the last one. And they'll try and line this one up. Goes short. And then receives back. Served in. Gabby Arnold. And over the near touch line, there'll be another throw for the home side. Longest stretch of attacking third possession here for Ventura County. Will it result in the opening goal? Sent down, and T2 will take back. This will be a whistle. It might be a yellow card. Let's see. At least a conversation. Zoito long distance here. Perhaps an opportunity. 9 goal contributions, 6 goals, 3 assists. The 18-year-old sends this one in. Loose and punched. And second one grabbed by Conlon. Quickly restarts it. On a dime up ahead for Preston, who's interchanged to the right side. Cutterhead and Jay-Z. Those two bunched together. And now reinforcements arriving in drives on both sides. Garcia out wide. And a very good transitional moment defensively for Timbers too. Nothing of any threatening nature towards goal. Still the possession though for the home side in the 39th minute. Kept in, but the offside flag comes up. Delgado that time off. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ambi Mobile, featuring premium 5G, unlimited talk and text, and exclusive access to the Ambi Club, where you could earn scholarship rewards, mortgage points, merchandise, and more. Learn more at ambimobile.com. Not much for T2 just yet. Does it come here? Conlon aggressively off his line. He gets there. There's a tackle and a point to the spot. Conlon wandered too far, commits the foul, and a PK opportunity for Timbers 2 on the way. The directional sent as wide as it was, and Conlon was in trouble. So how about this for Portland Timbers 2? Not much of anything at all in a threatening nature. And now a PK opportunity. Seeing it live, seeing on second look, appeared to be the correct call. With conviction, it was signaled, and Cervantes will get set for the PK. T2 is 4 of 6 as a team this year. Plenty of opportunities. Cervantes not even looking at Cage just yet, but he's ready. Here we go. PK, Cervantes, stutter step, scores! Portland Timbers 2 is on the board in the 41st on the PK strike from Daniel Cervantes, his 9th goal of the season. Calm, cool, and collected. Well-taken penalty. And just like that, Timbers 2 is on the board. Conlon was hoping to redeem himself after committing the foul that led to the PK, but unable to do so. And Portland Timbers 2, a squad that has been sensational on the road, leads late in the opening half. Nine road wins in 12 tries for Timbers 2. The most road wins in the league, considerably really. 2 clear of Austin, who had 7 entering today. And the clean sheet machine as well. Cervantes lighting the lamp moments ago on the PK. Possession share that's been controlled by VCFC, but other than the PK, we have not really had a major chance. Maybe a half chance or two for VCFC. We talked about it earlier. When you get your opportunity, at least on paper, with what is expected here, need to take advantage. And that's precisely what T2 did moments ago. Bamford takes it defensively, and Lund sends it away. This might stay in. It does. Good bend there, and a foul as Fernandez Kim taken down. Delgado helped up by Fernandez Kim. No ill will. And no card shown. Just the yellow to Nicholas Lund back in the 20th. And Cervantes, the goal from the spot moments ago in the 41st minute. Azoita was the player who was fouled by the keeper, Conlon, that led to the PK. Conlon saw the space, but I don't think he recognized how far he needed to go once the read was made on the pass, and it was just a step or two too many, and tried to recover and make an exceptional challenge, but instead commits the foul. Does secure this one from long range. Conlon entering today, by the way. In 20 starts, he's made 89 saves. On pace for well over 100, and something wild could have gotten it today, but doesn't look like that'll be the case. Timbers 2 side that again doesn't create with volume, they create with intention. And they've done a nice job in the conversion department as of late. Barjolo, a furious run right side, trying to get it there. It's Azoita. Azoita cuts it back and then commits the foul. That initial ball may have been intended for Barjolo. Let's see. Right there, Azoita cuts it back. And Barjolo was calling for it. Tough to tell from the angle. Azoita maybe thought the channel there to get it was too tight, but just been on a little bit of the instep as opposed to the out with the stride as well. Washed over the top as we approach stoppage time here in the first half. Did have the goal. No injury stoppages. No hydration here. Over the top. Nicely directed. Somehow it gets to Preston. Here is Preston! We're level at 1! Preston strikes in the 45th minute. And VCFC draws level. That's well struck. Not a lot to shoot out with Joseph coming out. And levels this up at 1 apiece. The way this ball got forward, too, was somewhat awkward. Appeared to be a off-balance side volley, just a flick up ahead. And Preston on the spot. Gets the job done. Blasius will get credit for the assist. So not a ton of chances through the first 40 minutes. Both sides have scored here late. Cervantes in the 41st for Timbers 2 on the penalty kick. And then Preston seconds ago, officially in the 45th minute. 2 minutes at minimum, likely at least 30 additional seconds with the goal. Growing in all areas of the game, Eric Preston. Kind of the next step is the finishing. Well, seen just there moments ago. 7th goal this season. 3rd most on the team entering the night. Trailing Blasius is 9. Dylan Vanny has 7. So now tied second there. No Dylan Vanny on the roster tonight. Mason available off the bench after being with the first team last night did not appear off a short-term agreement. This will be a goal kick here for Samuel Joseph, so the clean sheet is broken. It will not be number 14 for Timbers 2. And once this is sent away, we might hear the whistle to end the opening half. And there is the first half whistle. So a goal aside late in the opening half between number 3 and number 4 in the Western Conference at the start of this one in the table. Cervantes first, Preston second for VCFC. And we head to the break. 1-1 between Ventura County and Portland. Coming up in our halftime show, more player profiles, plus the upcoming schedule, first half highlights and more when we come back. We welcome you back to Thousand Oaks, California. 1-1 at the break between Portland and Ventura County FC. We'll visit with Chicago's Christopher Cups about playing for the national team, but first, let's learn about another one of our great stories in the player pathway, a huge connection to our match here tonight. A happy surprise when Portland's Eric Izoita recently made his MLS debut for the Timbers.
On March 22nd, the Timbers called up Timbers 2 midfielder Eric Izoita ahead of their match against the LA Galaxy. Hours later, the 18-year-old academy product was named to the starting 11, making his MLS debut.
I didn't really know if I was starting or anything. I thought maybe I'd be on the bench, I'd play, but I was kind of just waiting for it. I was getting ready. I was like with my family, just chilling at home really. I found out in the meeting right before the game, so like an hour 20 before the game. The anthem, it's always one of my favorite parts of every game. It's always, for me, that's like the crowd is engaged, everybody. It's just really cool experience. For me, just being in the stands, that's one of the parts of the game. And now being there, being on the field, doing it, it was just a really cool experience for me.
Confidence is everything in moments like these. And from the moment he walked into the locker room, Eric felt the trust of his teammates.
They were all just saying, we trust you, we believe in you, we know you're good enough for this. They were all just really positive, telling me that just to work hard out there, to not overdo it, just get into the game and just keep going. I'd say there was the first 10 minutes, I knew I had to go simple, I had to get it out, Then after 10, 15 minutes, I knew I was settling in. I made one good ball in behind, and then after that, I was good. And then second half, it took me 5, 10 minutes to get settled in again.
Moraz loses out. And what a moment for Ventura! The 18-year-old on his MLS debut scores an absolute screamer.
In my mind, after I scored, I thought I only took 1 touch or 2 touch. I thought I just ripped it right away. It felt really good coming off the foot. In warm-ups, I had 2 really good shots as well. They both came off the post, so I was hoping it wouldn't come off the post, but it was just a really good shot. I scored, and I knew we had a little chance to get back in it, you know, and it was just a really good moment for me.
These moments come once in a lifetime, and for Eric, having his family there to see it live was priceless.
They were just really proud. They were all like, just asking how the game was, asking all the details. They were talking to me, telling me all the stuff, how everybody was walking up to them. Everybody was saying congratulations, and even though after the loss, everybody was really happy for me. They were asking how they get our seats and how they know where we were, and I think my brother told them where they were at, and they were just really, they didn't even know they were on camera, so it was like really surprising for them.
Eric's dream of making his debut has now become a reality.
I'm really grateful for all the coaches, for all they've done. They've all done a lot for me and everybody else who's on the second team and the first team. And it's really cool seeing the talents coming out of the academy right now too.
Now, he's focused on everything that comes after it.
For me, it's to obviously break into the first team fully, hopefully get regular minutes. Those are my goals. That's one of my goals. Also getting called into the national team, keep getting called in, and then just up from there.
You've earned this opportunity through the work that you've put in, not only this season, but your entire career so far. When this tournament is over, what do you hope you've learned about yourself as a player?
I think for me, as I kind of age up, continue to go from U17 to U18 to U19 with the national team, it gets closer to playing for the senior team, and that's my goal. For me, my country is the most special level to play at. It's like there's nothing that compares to representing your country. And for me, I mean, my family is like very American, like ton of European descent and stuff, but we've been here for a while, and so I feel very passionate about my country. So opportunities like this are really special. To play, I mean, potentially to play at the Azteca could be a super surreal experience representing the US. There's like great history there. And just to represent with people that I've known from youth level, people that are Americans but play in Spain, but play across the world is an absolute honor.
The RB in, first one to the ball, the tap, saved off the line by Cups.
But I think after this tournament, it's like, I use it as a measuring stick. I have to see where I stack up, what are the things in my game that are still obvious areas of improvement, and how can I close that gap in the next 6 months before the next competition. I think that's what I've tried to do with the national team. Is there like these benchmarks where I get to test myself, and this is another one where I get to test myself in a really cool environment with things on the line. It's a unique opportunity, and I'll get a new benchmark, and then I go and beat it in the next 6 months, and that'll be the goal.
The opportunity to build a professional soccer club in Long Island, to me is really unique. Number one, because I'm from New York, I'm from Queens. It's a community that I'm very familiar with, that I resonate with. Long Island has a tremendous source of pride that only Long Islanders know and feel. To do this in a place where there is such a rich soccer history, on the youth end, professionally, is also unique. We're not just launching a soccer club, we're launching a culture, we're launching a community space, we're launching a brand and a team that will make Long Island proud. The Island FC will represent, not just what's happening on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. And at the end of the day, I want to make sure that we certainly give more than we take, and that's in all parts of the organization and the club.
I came to Long Island 40 years ago now and created the very first professional coaching organization. And out of that has grown this tremendous industry of viral coaching, super clubs and companies. And this is really an end result for that. It's an opportunity through the Island FC to act as an embracing organization that really brings the island together in a significant way and propels male and female soccer to the top. This is bringing professional soccer right to the heart of Long Island, and it makes that dream a reality. They will see young Long Island players coming through and playing pro here with the Island FC and representing Long Island on that international stage.
I'm back here with you in Thousand Oaks, California. Thanks for being with us. It is halftime. Ventura County FC 1 and Portland Timbers 2-1. We'll show you the highlights coming up in just a few moments, but first, let's take a look around the rest of MLS Next Pro. Some recent final scores across the league, and this is from today. Everything else is all done. Atop, Austin FC gets another win, defeating San Jose Earthquakes to a final 1-0. Nice win for Colorado. Wild one. Absolutely nuts between Seats United and Philadelphia Union 2. There were 12 cards. There was all sorts of stuff going on. Seats United led 4-0 at halftime, and it became interesting in the second half. And one other result to highlight, Crown Legacy over Chattanooga 3-1 the final. That was a meeting between 1 and 2 in the Eastern Conference table, and Crown Legacy, with the result, clinches a playoff position. The first Eastern Conference team to clinch, joining Austin Timbers 2 and now Houston Dynamo 2 with their results earlier today. Coming up, there is one match tomorrow night, late night, of course, back on the West Coast here, well north of where we are, but Tacoma Defiance will host Sporting Kansas City. Then a new match week with a midweek on Wednesday. Whitecaps FC 2 will host LAFC 2, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, and then into the big-time stretch of Friday action. St. Louis and North Texas in the West. Really good meeting there. And TFC2 in New York City earlier. That'll have a fair amount of playoff implications in the Eastern Conference playoff race as one or both of those sides look to make the postseason here in 2026. Speaking of the postseason, these two teams here, Portland and VCFC, they are well within the playoff line now, toe-to-toe tonight to maybe separate from each other a little bit. There was not much until the 40th minute here, and this challenge coming from the goalkeeper, Sebastian Conlon, just drifted too far. It led to the PK. Easy whistle, and Cervantes stuttering and scoring, making it 1-0 with the PK strike officially coming in the 41st minute. And then you thought, okay, how would VCFC answer? How would the club respond? They had a couple of half chances, maybe even quarter chances, but this is just a remarkable send-up by Palacios. And then up front, Preston, no mistake. He beats the goalkeeper, and it's past Sam Joseph, and Eric Preston claws it back in the 45th minute to level it up at 1 apiece. And a first half that really felt like it deserved to be level. I think many thought it would have been 0-0. But alas, it is 1-1 through 45 minutes. We'll have the second 45 minutes in just a few. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back, and it'll be time for the second half opening touch. Thanks for being with us for MLS Next Pro.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro.
energy of a Sunday night. Ideal for calm music, whispers, stargazing, reflection, and a relaxed environment. Sunday nights were made for this.
Time for the second half here out west. It is Ventura County FC and Portland Timbers 2 doing battle within the Pacific Division. 1 and 2 in the division and 3 and 4 in the Western Conference table. Entering this one, T2 in second all week, but everything else has gone final. So currently at the moment in third. See if we have any halftime changes. That's Cervantes joining late, so that's not a change for T2. Some of the additional numbers from the first half, only 6 total shots, 3 apiece. On goal, 2-1 Portland. Corners, 2 for Ventura County, none for Portland. There was 1 save in the first half. That came from the Ventura County keeper, Conlon. And just 1 yellow card in the first half, shown to Portland's Nicholas Lund in the 20th minute. Cervantes in the 41st, Preston in the 45th. Away we go with the second half here in Thousand Oaks, California, late night. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday, ending your weekend with us in MLS Next Pro. Had some wonky finishes late night, 2 of the last 3 Sundays. Some MLS Next Pro after dark, so we'll see if we have anything similar here today. And the only game in town, so appreciate you hanging with us. Drew Casey, the rest of our team. White tops, green and gold across the kit for Portland Timbers 2, going right to left. Lund steps into that as this pinballs right and left. Vinny Garcia gets all the way back to Sam Joseph. Yeah, it looks like no changes here. Cross through for the second for VCFC. They're Preston, who has a touch there, scored in the 45th minute. Multiple fakes from Gabby Arnold. And a goal last week. And that nice 2-0 win in Houston. The campus of Cal Lutheran. Cal Lu's William Rowland Stadium. Nice night after a warm day here in the greater Thousand Oaks area. This is out over the far touchline. No, it's a foul. Road does not get any easier for Portland Timbers 2. They will host Austin FC 2 next weekend at 1 Pacific.
Correction, no yellow cards were given to minutes 46.
And Missouri County will head to Colorado, who erupted for 4 goals tonight in a 4-1 win over Real Monarchs. That'll be a 5 o'clock Pacific start on Friday, so it'll be a little bit of a short week, but Colorado's similar. They just wrapped up a little while ago. And this is a foul here, and they'll tag Enriquez. Play already restarted. Ventura County had its own player down. Fortunate that play then stopped to allow for a conversation between Enriquez and referee Michael Almeida. Mendes must not have recognized that his man was down. Now restarts it, and away we go, back to it. Here in the 48th minute. Teams have already played to a pair of draws this year. 0-0 back in March. On March the 23rd, and then early May the 10th, it was 3-3. Both of those meetings were in Portland at Providence Park. So this is the only meeting of the 3. Ventura County hosting, and let's see here, we have a late whistle. And I think just a conversation between, again, a referee and Eric Preston. Didn't see an advantage signal. And play does resume. So a little unusual there. Did not catch that as to why play was stopped. Sent up by Joseph. Now chatting with Jack Cassidy earlier this week, and Joseph has been so good in goal. Asked, where can he be better? Where's the next step? What are you still looking to develop? Of course, always, everywhere looking to develop at any level, but was very specific in his answer related to the build-up, but discussing recognition of who the free man may be when there's pressure and the ball does not have a ton of speed on it. This will be a whistle, and it looks like a yellow card. Indeed it is. It's the second yellow card of the night, first shown to Ventura County. It was Lund for Portland in the 20th minute. Way back in the first half, who was shown yellow. And Martinez shown the yellow card here, so Enrique into the book in the 50th minute. Fourth time he's seen a yellow card, and Jeremy Jay-Z is down here and in some pain. Play was not stopped for the challenge that brought Jay-Z down. It was stopped to make sure he was A-okay, and he's popped back up. Izoita helping him up. Tied up. Fernandez Kim working very hard. That stays in play. 22-year-old Fernandez Kim, birthday on Halloween. And a big piece, 7 goal contributions, leads the team in assist. Has it again, right foot. So track back to the center circle. One back by Timbers, 2. Here comes Barzolo. Barzolo looking for the cross. Does he catch up to it? No. Flag up to say that he didn't get the cross off in time before it was fully out over that end line. That's one heck of acceleration Barzolo does. Previous time, the 19-year-old prior to T2, he was with Orange County SC. Back in the same state, somewhat relative area. And with the no changes at the break from either manager after this potential transitional moment, we'll reset the lineups for you. Here's Jay-Z, who was down with that apparent knock moments ago. Jay-Z's cross gets all the way through. No touch from anybody, and it's an innocent goal kick. But anxious moments here. Gets through. And the dive from Joseph. And fortunate that there was no runner who was able to connect with it for the home side there. So Joseph, the keeper, here with it. Mueller, Lund, Bamford, Van Voorhis, left to right, near to far, across the back line. Izoita, Fernandez, Kim, and Enriquez. Griffith and Barzolo further up, and Cervantes is the striker. Tracked back here as Joseph plays this one on the ground. Look out. And now cleared away. Sebastian Collins, the keeper for Ventura County. Ball up ahead looking for Cervantes. Follow up by Griffith, who's been pretty quiet in this. Calling the draft pick earlier in the calendar year. Cross through. And it will be a goal kick, excuse me, a corner kick coming. Another good run from Jay-Z up the right channel. And corner kick number 3 of the night. They've all gone to the home side, Ventura County. Muller with the 2 in the first half. Left-footed send again here in the second. Lund header. Loses his footing after clearing the 18 with the noggin. Recycled ball. Sent right back out after Vinny Garcia served it in. Muller looking to find a way onto that one. A third ball opportunity, but still possession maintained, and now it is Muller. Narrowly kept by Arnold. And a throw in to keep on this end. Delgado, Martinez, McLean, Hernandez across the back for Ventura County. Garcia and Arnold holding. Preston, Muller, Jay-Z left to right, and Placius is the number 9 for Ventura County. Head coach Matt Taylor. 4-2-3-1. Here comes T2. Cervantes is the man ahead. Sprung free for Barjolo. Still Barjolo. Cervantes got a touch. As did the keeper, Conlon. Best chance for T2 in the run of play, with the exception of the run that led to the PK by Izoita in the first half. Conlon likely to get credit for a save there on the Cervantes offering. Here's the turn from Griffith. Colin Griffith taken down. Clean challenge. Right, no decision, and it will be a corner kick. Number 1 for Portland. Average around 5 corners per contest. Timbers 2. Going short on this. Now driven. Look out! Lund. Just high. In a dangerous area. My goodness. Just 1 goal for Lund here. Innocent enough looking for now. And Lund right there with it. Fortunate bounce. May not have been struck well on the service off the short corner, but it dearly worked to absolute perfection for Nicholas Lund. Known, of course, mostly for his play at the back in the center back partnership with Bamford. It's just been sensational. His substitution for Timbers 2 that just took place. Nunez in for Fernandez Kim. That the first change that we've had here this evening. Izoita. Cervantes waiting and settling. Nunez nearby, those fresh legs. Instead, Barjolo for now, whose turnaround cross is clean high. And a goal kick coming for VCFC. The other way, quickly. Nearly something for Jay-Z, and then commits the foul. If you're looking at potential options off the bench, no real surprises in terms of player availability of the T2 side. Sawyer Jura. As Jay-Z jogging off here, maybe has a small cut. Or actually substitutions, rather. Jay-Z's going to come off. Brett Fan is coming on. and was on the first-team bench last night in Montreal. Did not appear. It was a short-term agreement with the first team. Third time in his career. He enters the next night back here at home in the 59th minute.
And number 80, Jeremy J.C. Coming into the game, number 88, Mason Vanny. And number 90, Brett Vaughn.
McLean, the other player to exit, and Mason Vanny comes in as well. So the two who were on the bench last night and dressed in this one, they both enter here. Talk about some subs that you certainly would like to have at your disposal. Fresh legs to boot as well. Here is Mason with a touch. His first in the attacking third of the night. Working with Garcia, who's taken down. Will this elicit a whistle? No. And a clean take by Timbers 2. A lot of real estate for Izoita. So much so that it almost is uncomfortable when you're walking out of your own end. As it can be from time to time. Too strong on the touch there by Griffith and taken back by VCFC. The pressure high up the pitch. Arnold directed very nicely. It's off the bar and it's in. Oh, well done. Very, very well done, and Preston's done it again. That's a brace for Eric Preston. Off the near post and in. The squad wins it high up the field, and how about that touch from Arnold? Again, an off-balance, deft-type touch. Grabs an assist on a VCFC goal. This one in a more traditional scoring area. And how about Eric Preston? Goals 7 and 8 here this evening, and it's 2-1. Home side ahead. And Preston has been red hot. It's now 6 goals in his last 5 games. Second brace of the season, also 2 against North Texas back on May the 31st. And more importantly here, he's given Ventura County the lead. First time the home side has led after Cervantes opened the scoring for T2 in the 41st minute. Exactly what you're looking for as we roll here in the 62nd. If that it necessitates some changes from Jack Cassidy. Noah Santos, one of your best options off the bench in goal-scoring areas. Maxi Kissel as well, likely to come in and feature. Daniel Nunez, the only sub so far, tries to kick this one out wide. One high up the fields. Barjolo tries to cut back and drop for Colin Griffith. Been kept in check here by VCFC for the most part. We'll stay with T2 and Van Voorhis. So 4 changes available for T2, 3 available for Ventura County. Nunez on for T2 and Mason Vanny and Brett Fan, the 2 to enter for VCFC. VCFC is brought to you by McDonald's West Coast, owned by the largest Mexican-American owned franchisee, the McMarrow Family Restaurants Group. With over 48 locations in Southern California, McDonald's West Coast is a proud Jersey sponsor and partner, bringing local communities together. We speculated on Santos. He's going to come in here, as is Charles Ondo. Changes in the 64th minute. So Santos and Ondo come on. Ondo with 2 goals on the year, Santos with 3. Izoita is ready on this set piece as Barjolo checks out. Works its way into Conlon, who's able to secure it and then quickly sends ahead. Colin Griffith also a player to exit. Joseph is out of his cage. Couple of open, tense moments there, both goalkeepers. A really nice result for either side that pulls it away. Ventura County down 1-0 against arguably the best defensive squad in MLS Next Pro. Ondo just in. Ondo's cross. It was deflected. And we have, let's see, I believe a handball. Waiting. And yes, it's a point to the spot. It'll be a second PK opportunity for Timbers 2. I thought for a second Michael Almeida was waving it off. But no, it will be a penalty kick with a chance to equalize it too. Certainly a wicked deflection there. Let's see. So it's this ball from Ondo across. Yeah, it looked like that left hand was extended off the body. That certainly changed the direction. And an easy one again. And it will be Cervantes against Conlon. This one to level at 2. We're in the 66th minute. Cervantes again not looking and making eye contact. The whistle has blown. Here comes Cervantes, the run up to tie it 2. Scores! A brace for Daniel Cervantes. And now 10 on the season. We're level at 2 in Thousand Oaks.
Goal in the 67th minute, play with Timbers 2, number 47, Daniel Cervantes.
So both leads have been short-lived in this one. Just 4 minutes for Timbers 2 when they led it 1-0, and just 7 minutes for VCFC when leading 2-1. And an easy scoring summary. A pair of braces. Cervantes now on the T2 side, both on PKs. And Eric Preston on the VCFC side, both in the run of play. So here we go again. Has not been a night where there has been a high quantity of chances. But when there have been, they have been cashed. Only 9 total shots. It's 2-2. Joseph off the line. Extremely rare that T2 allows 3 goals. So if you're VCFC, you want to find a way. Houston Dynamo Dos has had Portland's number this year, 5-0 and 3-0 wins. Also lost at Real Monarchs 4-1. And Quakes 2 put up 3 goals. And Ventura County did it too in a 3-3 draw. So T2 has given up 3 or more 5 times, which when you say 13 clean sheets, probably surprising. But still, that is a relatively small number in the openness that we tend to see here in Next Pro. But for now, it is just 2-2. Good diagonal ball here for Ondo. Looking to retake the lead for Portland Timbers 2. Ondo for Izoita. His cross or shot is blocked. Could have been either. See if Timbers 2 can use its goal for some momentum. Play stopped for a moment before we continue.
The next BCFC home match is scheduled on Sunday, September 13th versus Tacoma Defiance, right here at William Rollins Stadium. Kickoff time is scheduled for 7 p.m. For ticket information, please visit bcfcpro.com.
Izoita readying for the corner. Just the second of the night for T2. Driven down into the turf. Initial ball headed away. It's Vinny Garcia who had the touch initially and out of immediate danger. Into the 70th minute. Appreciate you joining us. Late night at MLS Next Pro. Final match of the night to wrap up this busy Sunday slate. Portland Timbers 2 and Ventura County FC are level at 2 apiece. Two sides within the top 4 in the Western Conference. 2 draws in the previous meetings this year and perhaps headed for a third. Each side has led. Daniel Cervantes opened the scoring in the 41st minute for T2. Penalty kick off of a challenge from the goalkeeper Conlon from VCFC. Clear decision made. Eric Preston leveled it 1 apiece in the 45th minute. Great send by Placius over the top. That was the score at the break. Delgado tries to recover after just being off stride, and Delgado can't believe there's no whistle. He thought for sure there would have been one. Well, surprised as well. Pretty good case from seeing it live, and now he's going to get reckless and probably be shown a yellow card. He's going to be extremely fortunate if he does not see the card here. And wow, he does not. The rest of that scoring summary, Eric Preston made it 2-1. VCFC in the 60th from Gabby Arnold. Off-balance touch in the box to free up Preston. And then Cervantes again, PK off a handball in the box on a cross. It was in the 67th minute to equalize this up at 2 apiece. Hot hand Preston. Accelerates by. Crosses through. Threatening, but it ends up innocent. Great acceleration step by the right back Van Voorhis, but such a sharp, tough angle out wide. Whistle in the midfield. Cervantes trying to break free. The VCFC is powered by Ventura County Credit Union, Ventura County's trusted member-owned financial partner, empowering over 80,000 locals with smarter banking and community-first service since 1950, bringing VCFC to all local communities as their official credit union partner and jersey sponsor. Some changes for Timbers 2 as Connor Ferguson will check in, and so too will Maxi Kissel. Changes here in the 74th minute. And Kissel, a sensational option to insert. Ask Jack Cassidy about his role and what he's been able to do. It brings so much energy. Continues to come on and score. Somebody that certainly getting more and more in the conversation of grabbing a start. Preston, 2 already, looking for the hat trick in the lead. Gets it back. Again, Preston, and then cleared away. I think Preston was anticipating his fellow man to accelerate through that and maybe fire off a shot. Might have some more changes.
Substitution, give it up for number 87, Gabriel Arnold. And coming out of the game as well, number 50, Riley Delgado.
So Arnold will exit for VCFC. Arnel Villamidajarna comes on. It's his just second appearance off the bench. Riley Delgado is done in the 75th minute. And Palmer Bank checks in. Just the second appearance for Bank. 14-minute stint. He'll get about the same here today, of course, plus the stoppage time. 35th pick in the 2026 MLS Super Draft out of Stanford. So seeing some time here for VCFC as we come down the stretch in this meeting between these two top 4 sides in the Western Conference.
John, happy birthday, Mustafa John.
Villamidajarna, Palmer Bank, Mason Vandy, Brett Fan are the 4 who have come on for VCFC now. Santos, Ferguson, Munoz, Kissel, and Ondo. 5 changes for Timbers 2. So nothing left at the disposal of Jack Cassidy. Here's Henry Mueller. Slides up from his left back position. And pitch and catch with Eric Izoita. These teams comfortable with the shootout against each other. If you just look at the season series, 2 previous have gone there. Fairly confident, though, that these sides would love a third. Settling, Timbers 2 inside the 18. Chipped in, watch out. Shouldered, cleared away there. Already one handball in the box has led to a goal. Not going to let it happen again. Daniel Nunez in a threatening spot for T2 moments ago. Home faithful looking to rally VCFC to another home victory. A site in which the club is 8-2-2 this year. Just one more home match after tonight. Portland Timbers 2, meanwhile, is 9-2-1 away from home. It'll also be just one remaining match on the road for T2 after tonight, although they might prefer to be on the road. 4-2-5 at home. Ondo has some space, trying to get it on back. Kissel really harassed. A lot of hand fighting. Mason Vanny. And it will be a throw-in. Shots are 5-4 in favor of Portland Timbers 2. That might change here. Chances building, crosses through! Kissel couldn't get a touch, almost did. This is a foul going against VCFC here. Shot board, by the way, was 3-3 at the break. 5-4 now in favor of T2, so just 2-1 in favor of Portland Timbers 2 in the second half. And again, 2 more goals across the line. 1 aside. Next one, if there is one, might be the difference. Set piece for the visiting side from Portland, Oregon. Again, a low-driven ball. Turnaround shot, and Conlon's there. That was the part of the MO for this. It's the 3rd time we've seen it driven with a sharp skip bounce. Timbers 2 wants that chaos in front of cage. Is there a 5th goal out there? It's ahead for Vanny, who is ridden off. Despite not starting, he does appear. First time he's come out off the bench, actually. He's played and started all 22 before tonight. Leads the team in minutes, a goal, and 2 assists. The 18-year-old. Celebrate his 19th birthday a little after Thanksgiving on November 29th. You can hear the instructions from Jack Cassidy and the Timbers to sideline. If we get that audio again, we'll do our best to lay out so you could hear it alongside ourselves. See if we get a whistle here. No, it's a play on. This one won't be, I would suspect. No, it is. Wow. Preston taken down. Here comes T2. Slotted for Kissel. Pinballs between legs, and a good read this time by Conlon. Nice rebound from an earlier type situation where he was well off his line and committed the foul. Led to a PK strike for Cervantes, the first of 2 for Daniel from the spot. But it would be destined for a third shootout in as many meetings between these two. No shutout on the board. That chance was lost late in the first half when the equalizing goal at 1 was scored by Preston of VCFC. Long ball for Vanny. This one is kept in. Mason's cross. Initial ball sent away. Zoita nearest to it. Brett Fan going to work. Cross. And goal kick. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ombi Mobile, featuring premium 5G unlimited talk and text and exclusive access to the Ombi Club, where you can earn scholarship rewards, mortgage points, merchandise, and more. Learn more at ombimobile.com. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Drew Casey, the rest of our team here with you in Thousand Oaks, California. Campus of California Lutheran and William Rollins Stadium. We're tied at 2 in MLS Next Pro. Mason Vanny here for VCFC. Jarna, who just came on back in the 75th minute, part of a pair of subs, with Palmer Bank entering as well. Hernandez. Jarna now. Does have a goal this year and an assist. Tough to work it through him on the back line. Preston left it behind. Awkward collision after he tried to claw it back. He's okay, and we play on. Good ball wide for Muller. Jarna. Chris movement with Martinez, who's on a yellow card. Now Preston again. Draws a second defender. And outlets it back around. Very calm, cool, and collected connection of near 20 passes. As VCFC looks to break a line and pierce the 18. Content to possess here. And splits two. Martinez sends out wide. Now here comes the cross. And it will be. Let's see here if this is corner or throw. It's going to be tight. And the ruling is corner kick. 86th minute. VCFC with 2 goals through the run of play. Can they find one off the corner? Driven in! And a foul. Too much aggression. Per referee Michael Almeida. There is still one substitution available for Matt Taylor and Ventura County. Pepe Magana Jr. is available.
BCFC wants to extend a very happy birthday to the leader of
Medina,
Los
Toro as well. Some birthday wishes announced over the public address system here late. Actually, my father's birthday tomorrow. Just a couple hours away from becoming the 24th. Whistle here in the midfield area. And we'll get that final change for Ventura County. It will be Villatoro. Angel check again.
Preston.
It'll be Preston to leave.
And give it up for coming into the game, number 83. Angel Alexander Villatoro.
That's a fantastic stretch for Preston. The brace tonight. 2 in the run of play, 6 goals in 4. Including a pair of braces. 2 against North Texas as well. Back to end the month of July on the 31st. Now, not much time remains. Not expecting a huge number of stoppage in what is a 2-2 contest. The pace has quieted a bit in this last quarter hour or so. Both teams perhaps content to see this to a shootout. Then again, given the clock, the next moment, if there is one, probably decides it. Hernandez out wide. Now Vanian back for the captain, Hernandez. Honestly, would be surprised if this is more than 3 minutes of stoppage time here, coming in a few. Three and 2 in shootouts for Ventura County, including 2 wins against T2. And Portland's 3 and 3 overall, but 3 and 1 in shootouts that are not against VCFC.
Indicated there'll be 4 additional minutes of play.
4 minutes, actually. Okay. Sent out wide. Slight surprise you could hear in my voice there. So certainly time for chances on both sides to mount something. Minimum of 3.5 more. But some tired legs out there. And what is the level of urgency? Central ball sent from Vanny, immediately sent out by T2. Sebastian Hernandez thought about making a throw, instead leaves it off and he receives it. This goes full-time level. Of course, do stay with us for the shootout. Second point available. You're the winner of spot kicks, best of 5. What everyone's accustomed to in the sport. Ondo might get tagged with a yellow card here. Hernandez taken down, and indeed, Ondo is going to be shown yellow for the reckless challenge. That is his 3rd yellow card of the season. There is a disagreement between the two technical areas here. I think yellow cards are going to come out. It looks like yellow card came out towards the Timbers bench area, perhaps to the head coach, Jack Cassidy. We'll wait for official confirmation. Walked up by Hernandez. The ball live here for Vanny's cross through and sent away into corner kick. Some intensity injected here on the sideline in the dying moments of this one. Corner kick for VCFC. Maybe the last real chance of significant consequence. Will it result in a goal? Corner is through. Traffic in front of goal. And a foul against VCFC. Again, if this goes full-time 2-2, do stay with us for spot kicks to determine the second point in the standings. Could be massive in playoff positioning for these two teams that are comfortably in. In fact, Timbers 2 is already in. Clinched a postseason berth for the first time in its MLS Next Pro history in year 5. Chipped out wide. Good combination of passing by the visiting side. Nothing can be fired off, though, however. Approaching that 4-minute mark. Did have a couple of cards administered. So might go for a little bit. Ondo picked up one of those yellow cards a short time ago. Might be the last building chance. Direct over the top. It's a good one. Looking for at the death magic here at home. Ventura County's been so good here. T2 has been so good on the road. There is the full-time whistle. And for the third time this season, Ventura County FC and Portland Timbers 2 play to a draw. This time it's 2-2. A point for both sides. A second is up for grabs in a shootout that's coming up here from Thousand Oaks, California. We'll take a break. We'll come on back and we'll have that second point decider in just a moment.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Full time here in Thousand Oaks, California. And what's next? A shootout to determine a second point. Let's take a look to see how we got to this point. And it was just 2 goal scorers. First, it was Daniel Cervantes, PK in the 41st minute. This after a goalkeeper Conlon foul led to the PK. It was 1-0. Well, 4 minutes later, though, the home side, they did not want to trail going into halftime. And it's just an exceptional play. Look at that Plasi ascent. He's falling down. Reverse flick up ahead. In rhythm for Preston, and Preston does the rest. Eric Preston, 1-1. Clawing it back very quickly for the home side and level at the halftime break. Go to the second half. Eric Preston, we just saw him, right? This time chipped out wide to Preston. Another fantastic out wide feed. This time Arnold assists the Preston goal, and it is 2-1 in the 60th minute. Remember, though, in the first half, the answer was incredibly quick. It wasn't as fast in the second half, but didn't miss by much. Another PK for Cervantes this after a handball in the box, and very similar movements for the goal scorers. Ties it at 2 in the 67th minute, and here we are now in the shootout. First kick will be for Timbers 2 and Charles Ondo against Sebastian Conlon. Approaching with the left foot and scores. In terms of the shootout, Ventura County's 3-2, Timbers 2 3-3, and this is well taken here, beating Conlon. Going to keep it on serve will be Julian Palacios. Team leader in goals with 9, assists with 7, and of course goal contributions together at 16. Here is Palacios, who scores inside the near post on the ground, with Joseph going the opposite way. So 1-1 through the opening stanza. And this will be Nicholas Lund against Conlon. Conlon bouncing. And here comes Lund. Stutters and scores. The slight hesitation. Able to beat Conlon. And T2 has converted its first 2 here in spot kicks. To make it 2-2, precisely that's what happens with Brett Fan. So everybody's perfect here through 4 total opportunities. Eric Izoita, the third shooter for T2. Shootouts earlier between these teams this year, they were long ones. Ventura County won it 8-7 in a 9-rounder. And then in May, Ventura County 7-6 in a 7-rounder. So near perfection from both sides. Izoita to keep it perfect here does just that at Cal Lu. Hands on hips. Gets the whistle. And buries it. It was Maxie Kissel who was stopped by Brady Scott in goal. That ended the last meeting, again in that 7th round. And the 9-rounder, Santos, was stopped. Save made. It will be 3-2, 3-3. As Viamita Jarna kept out by Sam Joseph. Fantastic work. Big opportunity for Timbers 2 here in round 4. Alex Bamford can put the visiting side ahead 4-2. Really take some nice firm control here. Bamford, save made! Then the goalkeepers match each other. First, the denial on the other side by Joseph, and now here, Alex Bamford stopped by Sebastian Conlon. Ventura County can suddenly level it here to complete the 4th round in the best of 5. Mason Vanny against Joseph. Mason launches it high. So through a total of 4 rounds, it's 3-2 in favor of Portland. It's just high. So now a chance to win it here and grab point number 2 for Portland Timbers 2. Right-footed strike is in from Maxi Kissel. And that'll do it for the shootout, and T2 will go to 50 points with its 4th shootout win after 2-2 in regulation. Well done by Kissel. T2 13-4-7 to 50 points. They're back in solo second in the Western Conference. Ventura County FC to 11-6-6, 42 points. Time for our man of the match presented by Adidas, and we're going to the winning side. And Portland Timbers 2, Daniel Cervantes, not many options when you think about it, especially when he had all of the goals, 2 of them not in the run of play, but still 2 strikes from the penalty spot, getting the job done. Cervantes was subbed out prior to the shootout, so he didn't have a chance in what we just saw, but these count for 1 each. And Cervantes is our man of the match, presented by Adidas. And that's going to do it for a night here in Thousand Oaks, California. 2-2 in regulation. Cervantes is braced from the penalty spot that we just saw. 2 on the other side from Eric Preston. A strong night overall. Again, as Timbers 2 back into second position in the Western Conference, and Ventura County remains in 4th in the West. These teams meet 3 times in the regular season. They draw each and every time. Could we see this matchup again in the postseason? There is certainly a possibility. So that does it for our broadcast here tonight. For our entire MLS Next Pro crew, I'm Drew Casey. Once again, the final, Portland and Ventura County 2-2, with Portland 4-2 in the shootout to grab the 2nd point. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Good night, everybody. Have a fantastic week ahead.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.